Okay, welcome back, maths fans, and we're back with another help on Maths Watch. This is related to clip A14 or Year 9 assessment question 20, which was set on the 20th of April. Right, okay, gradient. Okay, gradient really is a posh word or a mathematical word for steepness. Okay, so the steepness of a line. Now, if you look at the, I'm going to just do a little bit of side teaching here just to try and get this concept across if we can. We've got line A and line B. Now, if you imagine these were hills you were trying to climb, which one would you say is the most steep? Well, I think we can all agree line A would be the most steepest. So what if we get an answer for the gradient or the steepness of this line? We're hoping that answer numerically would be larger than this one here. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Okay. How can we compare that? Well, to find the gradient, what we do is look along a line and we look for a nice easy place to start measuring from. Okay, now I won't choose here, this point here, because look, it's in the middle of space here. Okay, it's not actually at a cross on the grid. So look through there, I can actually find this point here. Okay, is a nice point because it's actually on the cross of my grid. This point here, no, 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 yes, no, 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 yes. I hope they can make sense. Okay, you can see there's a little, the grid cross is there. I can measure that perfectly accurately. Okay, so what does gradient mean? Okay, well, it told us this means the steepness, and the basically easy way to see this, the gradient of this line is how quickly the line travels vertically for every unit I travel horizontally. Now that might sound a bit of a mouthful here, but let's go from that point. Let's just go 1 unit horizontally. And do this with dotted lines. Okay, I get to this point here, so I've gone 1 unit horizontally. In that space, how far has that line climbed vertically? It's climbed 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so actually we'd say the gradient for every 1 unit it's gone horizontally has gone vertically 4 units. That makes it having a gradient of 4. Let's try B. Okay. Now, any points here? Well, look, that's in space. No, it's on a line, but it's not on a cross. Here we are. We've got a cross here. Perfect. Anywhere else? Well, I'm going to try and do it again. I'm going to go one horizontally. And how far vertically do I go from this point? I go 2 squares vertically. Or 2 units, I should say. Squares can be a bit misleading. We're looking at units here. Okay, so what does that mean? That's got a gradient of 2. Okay, so in this instance, it's quite easy to see the gradients of these. You don't always get points that work in this way. Let me show you another way to do this one here. Okay, I can choose any 2 points I like, by the way. So I've gone from there, and I've climbed up 2 units here. Now I'm going to choose 2 more points. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. In fact, no, I'm going to start with this one here. Look, there's a point there, and there's a point here. Okay, how far horizontally do I travel? This time I travel 2 units horizontally, and 1, 2, 3, 4 units vertically. Okay, so what we've actually got, 2 units horizontally. Now I can do this with a bar diagram actually, I can show you this. If we say that's horizontal and we say, okay, 2 horizontal units is worth 4. How much would 1 horizontal unit be? 1 horizontal unit would be 2. So that's the gradient. The gradient, and spell it right, is how much is 1 horizontal unit worth there? It's equal to 2. Okay. Sometimes you'll see that written as, some people will say, look, it's the vertical climb or rise over the horizontal run. So another way of saying the gradient is the vertical divided by the horizontal, which is 4, divided by 2, which gives us 2. So 3 different ways there to look at how you can find the gradients. Hopefully one of those is going to work for us here. Now this one I'm going to use the simplest one to start off with. I'm going to pick any point on this line. So straight away I've noticed that point there. If I go across 1, how many Okay, I'll go across 1 unit. How high does the line climb? It climbs by 2. Straight away I know the gradient of this line, the gradient of this line must be equal to 2. And that's it. Okay, there are more difficult ones coming up. We could have done a vertical divided by a horizontal on that one. I'll just show you again with this one. This point here, I'm looking for another point there. Look at that point there. That's okay. So I want to get from there to there. Horizontally, I'll travel 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see that. 3. And to get vertically, to get to it, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So using the other method, the gradient could be written as gradient could be equal to vertical divided by horizontal, 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Okay, so between those two methods, one of those should work most of the time. Okay, I hope you find that useful, and I'll see you soon.